a while for me to get in because this stupid Chrome on this computer decided, oh, you're not logged in anymore. Said
Oh,
look up my email address and password. So, oh
yeah,
well,
you got to love that when your computer forgets who you are.
that's correct.
Like, wait, who are you again?
Right, right.
And then like, hey, it's me. Oh, great, it's you. Let me just send you an email to let you know that you did this.
Um, Actually, this time it didn't.
It
Oh,
seems
thanks.
like it seems like every damn thing I do, I get an email letting me know I did that. It's like, hey, someone signed in to check your email on your phone. Yes, that was me.
Yellow. Couldn't you tell it was me?
And you know it was me because I put in my complex password that you made me change 20 times, and I used the multi-factor authentication that's a pain in the
Right.
ass that you made me set up. And now on top of that, you're fucking emailing the same person that signed into the account telling me that I said what sense does it make for Google to email my Gmail account letting me know that I signed into that same Gmail account? If that was a hacker, the hacker's going to get that email. That don't
Exactly.
help me.
Sure.
How does that help me?
Well, I mean, the idea could have been better if it sets, if you have a second email set up, it sends it to that one.
Yeah, but I don't want that shit.
I know, I know. And usually, if when they give you an option, do you want to set up the two-step verification? I say no.
I
There's a few things that I do, but generally no.
I remember when I worked for a garbage company that had a terminal computer. Actually, they no, it wasn't even terminal computers. They got rid of the terminal computers. They bought in a bunch of Windows NT workstations, and they set up this software called Delta. I think it connected to a server. And when you were set up in Delta, and Delta was where all the customer information was, and the bills were generated and printed out, and then when you got the slips in, you'd have to apply them to the account manually. You'd take all their checks and their slips and compare them, and then you'd add up the pile of checks, add up the pile of slips, you'd jump up and down and curse, and then you go through and figure out where the mistake was, and then you go through and enter them all in, and you check that the number that you entered in matched the number that you added up on the slips and the number that you added up on the checks, and you jump up and down and curse a bit and go through and find the mistake and the typo you made, and then everything balances out, and then in a few weeks
That's called an integrated system.
I don't know why I decided to ramble on for way
Yeah,
too
no, no,
long.
that's cool. That's funny, actually. The good old days, right?
but but
Well, one of my first
but
jobs was customer service
mhm.
at an outfit that leased out or rented out construction equipment and all fixed them and what have you. And they were also the manufacturer, and everything was manual. The highest technology had was telex.
Okay.
And I told my uncle, yeah, we're using a telex machine. And he just laughed at me.
Yeah. Well, the point of my story was that the Delta system, where all our accounts and integration, all that stuff was set up, you didn't get a username to sign into that. You got a password, and that's all you got was a password. What do you want
Didn't
your
even say who
password to
you
be?
are. Yeah.
Right.
So who did that? I don't know. Password 12345.
Well, I mean, the thing is that I knew two other people's passwords to the system by watching what they typed, because it also accepted only letters. They weren't case sensitive, and you could have a password that was 4 characters. So there was a dude that liked to golf, and I'm not saying that his password was golf, but his password was golf.
Yeah,
So
right,
before
right.
they set me up with my own, well, actually, for a while, I was using my dad's password to get in because
By the way, hey, Sparky Toaster.
Sparky Toaster.
So your dad's password was
Well, I'm
dad.
not going to say what
I
his
know. Yeah,
password
yeah.
was, but it was a sequence of four letters that were right next to one another.
John. Oh, yeah, the simple one, like
Right, like he would reach his hand
JF.
out and do like a
Yeah.
bloop with the four fingers like that. And so when I kind of caught that, I was like, oh. And the thing was, is my dad had like access to everything in that system.
And in fact, did his password actually let him into more than the average guy?
Yes, yes. My dad
Could
was like
he create
number two.
transactions? He'd create transactions to get money out.
I don't know that it was tied to banking or anything like that. It
Oh,
just,
okay.
I mean, it was customer accounts and routes and things like that. I don't think it actually. I mean, I couldn't
So
print.
you could go in and send a garbage truck to some random guy's house.
I could change. Well, no, I couldn't quite do that. I
There
mean,
was a trash truck in Denver, and it might still be there.
I could
That
put
says
someone on lockout.
satisfaction guaranteed or twice your trash back. So you're just executing his return policy.
But the point was, is
Hey,
like
I'll give you a whole dump truck load,
so
garbage truck load.
at some point I was set up with my own password because because borrowing other people's passwords, it's like, yeah, I probably shouldn't do that. We'll set you up with an account. And they set me up, and they still gave me access to more than I probably should have.
Oh, brother.
Well,
We're not making any money this week. We didn't get any ads.
I, I there may be some companies that stopped having to pay for their recycling service due to some monkeying that I did that I thought was fixing things. Once someone told me that what I was doing was messing things up, I went in and undid it. But I don't know if I got all of them, and I never really brought to anyone's attention. But it's quite possible that there were a few companies that ended up getting, because recycling was free for residential. But recycling's not free for a business because you're making money. Fuck you. We want our cut. So not
Well, in
only
fact, your business clients, did they pay by the pound?
I don't know how they paid. I just know that I started putting in some new codes to sort things and make things organized, but those codes weren't tied to
Well,
prices.
could you tell the difference between a resident and a company?
Uh,
Or you just
no.
didn't know? You didn't
I
really see that.
I noticed that there was some distinguishing or just some characterizations that were not detailed enough to make it easier to organize things when trying to sort certain things. So I thought that we should add a few extra codes and that I should go through and put the appropriate ones in those right codes. And at some point when I was in the middle of this process, someone said, yeah, but you can't mess with that because that's how they get billed. I'm like, but it's recycling. Recycling is free, not for businesses. I'm like, oh, shit.
Sorry. Oh, I'm getting an ad. Noon, Nuun,
N-U-N.
and
None?
you. I don't know. It's a
This
drink.
this wasn't fraud. This was me being ambitious and going above and beyond and perhaps
Absolutely. You're
getting a
thinking
little
making improvements.
I thought I was, and then I undid them, but I always every now and then wonder, did I catch them all, or did some lucky business somewhere start getting free recycling pickup? Because I don't think anyone ever called us saying, "Hey, I noticed my bill's a lot smaller. Could you fix that?" That phone call never
That call
came
never
in.
happened. Right.
That call never happened. But anyways, that is not what we came here to talk about. We came
So,
here.
I know a guy that was working for a large nationwide company, and he
Okay.
was in charge of the facilities west of the Mississippi,
Okay.
many places.
Okay.
And he
That's a
said,
lot.
yeah, they were paying, trash service by the pound,
Mm-hmm.
and he saved the company $1 million a year
Okay.
by locking their dumpsters.
That would help. Yeah. That would. I
I mean,
mean,
after all, he
that
was in
that adds
LA,
up.
and
That
they
adds
were
up.
fishing the Ski-Doo, or no, something like that, a ski-doo or a watercraft, personal watercraft out of the track.
Think back to the '90s when you had the big CRT monitors and no one wanted them. No one, especially when they're going to LCD, no one wanted those big CRT monitors. Everyone tried to give them away like it was a gift. And the only way you could get rid of a CRT monitor was to find an unattended dumpster that wasn't locked in the middle of the night and chuck it in there when no one's looking. That's the only way.
Here's the thing. So here's something really funny.
Yeah.
So I have a storage locker that's available 24 hours because it's an outdoor locker. I have another one that's in the same building that's interior that I have limited access to. Okay. So one day I was going to that exterior locker and it went by a tire store and I saw some guy pulling tires out of the recycled tire dumpster.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted the tires for some reason.
Okay.
Who knows?
Dune writes in, recycling places here pay businesses for their recycling stuff. What kind of scam were you doing? Here's the thing.
That's a good one, Dune. Yeah, right. That's still happening.
I went by a comment that one salesperson said to me, and I assume she knew what she was talking about because she worked there longer than me. Well, actually, no, I don't know that she was. Anyways, so she said to me that the commercial customers pay for recycling service. Whereas residential, it's free. Now, I don't know. Keep in mind that, yes, the recycling center would sell off the recyclables someplace and get profit off of those, but the recycling center was also sorting the recyclables. I don't know if this is something that changed. I don't know if different things with times or different places. I don't know.
Well, every area is different. Every area is different.
Now,
so we had we knew a guy that was down in Pleasanton, which is just a couple of towns away from me, and he says, no, we just have one barrel, and that barrel just goes to the place, and they sort it there.
Now, Dune points out that I'm talking about New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Well, no, it wasn't. I mean, you say garbage company, people think things, but it was nothing like that. It was just a small family business. And they had
There's good money in trash.
There is, because people are always going to have it, and they can't turn off that service not easily, anyways.
We met a guy that was in the business of renting out porta potties.
Mm-hmm.
He had a big boat.
Yeah,
probably 35 to 40 foot.
Okay.
I was in Connecticut.
But no, it was. In fact, I know when I told my dad, I like to make the joke that no, it wasn't anything like that, just a small family business. He got a little chuckle out of that. He said what he always when he would introduce the company he worked for, he always included the end recycling at the end, disposal and recycling. He thought that kind of softened how it sounded, but it wasn't at all. It really was a small family business. It really was until they sold to a big corporate giant called Republic Industries, and they were based out of Florida. So, actually, it's funny. They didn't want to buy us. They bought a company that was in the process of buying us, and then they said, "Well, we don't want to deal with New Jersey because we think that they're all mobbed up." So
they are mobbed up, aren't they? Let's start a rumor. Start one. Yeah, right. That's funny too.
The company I worked for wasn't mobbed up, although my dad says he met some interesting people. But I don't know. But there are a lot of interesting people that aren't in the mob. So, anyways, I do know that a part of what was going on in New Jersey, I don't remember the details, but a part of what led to the company deciding to sell to Republic Industries was a lot of changes in the regulation of the disposal industry, because there was a lot of different regulations in the state of New Jersey to try to cut down on the crime in that industry. And I think they were loosening up some of those restrictions, and then that made it difficult to compete, and so that made it a good time to sell. and
Right.
so that
Right.
that. But I probably. We didn't come here to talk about the disposal industry. We came here to
Here we
open
go.
the
15 minutes.
show.
15 minutes of trash.
50 minutes of trash.
Trash talking.
And now we're going to open the show that we call
Insert title here.
the show that changes names so frequently. We put a placeholder in. We're trash talk this week, apparently.
That's
No,
right.
no, we're going to talk. We're going to talk about the afterlife. Is what we're going to talk about here this week, and hopefully,
Oh.
hopefully the afterlife doesn't include counting Cheerios, but we will find out. We will find out. So, I've said I will not do another Sims themed show, and I lied. Although we're not going to do that the whole show, I just had an interesting encounter in The Sims this past week, and I wanted to talk about that, and I want to have some visual aids to show that, and maybe it will answer some questions. So, Sparky, what I'm saying is keep the Cheerios nearby, but please resist the urge to count. I think I got an interesting topic this week.
I know, Sparky. Count the ones that you eat.
Yes! Yes. 1, crunch. 1 Cheerio. 2, crunch.
Right.
2. No, Sparky's got the Fruit Loops for tonight, if needed.
Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops
That's
are
even better.
Dune writes in, great.
You know, we need is a sound clip of crunching on Fruit Loops.
We do, don't we? Dune writes in, great. I don't feel good. Johnny wants to talk about the afterlife. So, well, you know, Dune, I didn't mean for it to be this way, but I guess that works. I mean, wouldn't you want to know? Wouldn't you want to be prepared just in case? Anyways, this isn't about the real afterlife. This is about the fake afterlife. Although it'd be nice if the real
Afterlife
afterlife.
in Sims.
Yeah, you know what? Death
Yes.
is not the end in Sims, and maybe we can
Or
apply a little
Sunrise,
bit of that.
Sunrise Bay. Not in
Or-
Sunrise Bay either.
Yeah, but before we go there, we need to talk more about films and camera work and movies. And now, did I show the Zoo movie last week? I forget if I've showed the Zoo movie yet on this show.
That was kind of the image that we could see had to do with being on the beach.
Okay, all right. Well, after that,
And
I just
did you post that on Twitter?
the beach one's been posted. I don't know if I put a link on Twitter, but I know I posted the beach to YouTube.
Yeah,
I
that
posted,
one I watched on Twitter.
Okay, I don't know if I posted a link to the Zoo one, but we'll tell the story. Well, I posted a picture of the film drying. I don't know if you saw that picture I posted.
Oh, I think I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I decided to try my hand at color film development. Because
Wicked.
because Ektachrome is a much similar color development process than Kodachrome. And I had an Ektachrome developing kit. Now the Ektachrome developing kit I had was for newer Ektachrome film, and I was using it to develop older Ektachrome film.
Don't they all use the same? Was it E6 process?
Well, E6 is the modern Ektachrome developing process, and I had that kit. But older Ektachrome film from the 70s and the 80s would use like EM24, EM25, or EM26 processes.
I only remember. I mean, I used to shoot Ektachrome back then, and I only recall the E6 process.
Okay, well, you were shooting Ektachrome in the 70s?
Yeah, I bought my first film 35 millimeter camera around 76.
Well, all right, maybe this applies to movie film then. I don't know, but
that's possible. That's possible.
But
yeah.
for example, the E6, no, that comes later when we talk about The Sims. The E6 process instructs you to develop the film at 100 degrees Fahrenheit and to control that temperature. So you bring the film up to temperature by submerging it in 100-degree water. You get your chemicals.
You know how you can get that? That's easy.
Yeah.
Get a
Sous vide
aquarium thermometer and turn it up to 100.
Or a sous vide machine.
A what?
Sous vide machine.
Sous vide.
Yeah, you can cook a
Is that the
steak.
sous vide it? Swede? Never mind.
No, sous vide. It's
Swedish.
it's a machine to maintain the temperature of water so that you can cook food in heated water that's maintained at a specific temperature. So it's a device that'll maintain a consistent temperature in a vat of water. It's a great way to cook a steak. You sous vide a steak to your desired temperature, and then after you're done, you just get a quick sear on there,
I've
and there
never
you go.
seen that on Beat Bobby Flay.
Perfect, perfect steak. I'm telling
He
you.
has something called a salamander, which apparently is a broiler.
Anyways, the
I don't know
point
why it's
is
called salamander. I
the
am not.
point is older Ektachrome film cannot handle 100-degree developing temperatures. It'll melt the emulsion right off
Oh, it'll look
because,
like those characters when they open up the Ark on the Indiana Jones movie.
or it'll just be a
Raiders.
bright white light, similar to the afterlife. But
Or going down a train tunnel. Is this the
uh,
end, or
uh,
is that a train?
that could be. So the reason for that is that the older Ektachrome films required a step that would of a hardener, and apparently the step that neutralizes the hardener after that step is done produces something similar to tear gas. So
Damn.
there's not really a DIY version of that. So generally, people who are developing expired Ektachrome film are expiring it are developing it as a negative black and white. That's a simple thing to do with old found film. If you have old found film and it's got people's memories on it that might be valuable to someone, just do a quick negative black and white development on it, and then you're pretty much guaranteed to get something if there's something there to get. But that's not what I'm doing. I'm having fun and I'm making a mess out of it. So I took the Ektachrome to the zoo and I shot it and I developed it in my E6 kit. I adjusted the timing to develop it at a temperature of 75 degrees Fahrenheit so I wouldn't melt the emulsion off. But also they say that the E6 kit is not going to get the perfect colors that those films called for with the kits that they should have been developed with. Anyways, what came out was that picture that I posted on Twitter, which was a very, 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 very blue strip.
Wikipedia has the steps,
Yeah.
the
So,
six-path process steps. Wicked.
so it did technically come out in color, because blue is a color. But when I took the film out and saw that, I immediately was like, "Whoa, I don't think that's supposed to look like that. That doesn't look right. That is not what a movie film should look like. It's very blue. It's
Well, Electrochrome tends to have a bluish green edge to it, as it
not
were.
that blue.
I know. Well, so have you run it through the projector?
I did run it through the projector and I could make out images, although it came out as a blue tinted negative is how it came out. And when I went to
it came out as a negative.
It came
that's
out
supposed
as
to be color reversing.
It is supposed to be, but so now keep in mind I use very old, outdated film that I don't know how it was stored, and I used chemicals that I mixed up 8 months ago that
Right.
you're really not supposed to leave.
Oh, by the way, I meant to ask you before. Do you have the machine that will digitize, the Super 8 film?
Well, I mean that's
So
how
you develop it, blah 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 blah. I mean, obviously you have it digital. So do you have a machine that does that for you?
Right. That's how I've been doing it. Yes, I bought the cheapest one that money could buy, which was still like $200. But
And what brand is that?
Super 8s or Us. I made that up. Let me look up that.
There's like Kodak, I think, makes a fairly cheap one. I think Wolverine or something like that.
Yes, that's exactly what I got. The Wolverine 8mm and Super
like
8
the guys in
scanner.
Red Dawn. Wolverines.
It's pretty. Well, the real problem with the Wolverine is that it saves it as a compressed video format. it will not let you save it as a raw format or control how compressed the video is. So it saves it as an MP4 that's like between 5 to 6 megabit per second, I think, or something like that, which is
Oh,
it's a 720p resolution, but it's a shame because the hardware's there to grab the picture. If only someone would invent a way to hack the firmware to make it save a bigger file format or a less compressed file format, that would greatly improve the product. But even then, it's
well,
like
I mean, the cheap thing, maybe the sensor just isn't big enough.
it cost $300 new. I bought a slightly used one for like 200. So I mean
Yeah.
that was
Okay.
that's a price, but for what it is, it's really cheap, and the quality reflects that. But anyways, if
So have you converted this the zoo one to
I to make the zoo one viewable, I scanned it in. I put a black and white filter on it, and I inverted it, and so that is what made that even viewable at all. So if we bring this up here, the first half was shot in the camera that operates properly. So there's a kangaroo there. That was something indoors that didn't come out. That was a test. So no, don't work indoor. There's some cranes there.
wow? Hey, that's the Singapore national bird.
Okay.
Actually, construction crane.
Yeah. And there's two of them, and then there's a leopard walking back and forth, guarding his enclosure. That's all
Right.
we saw him do the whole time we were there. And there we got some of the barnyard animals there, some goats and things like that. There comes one out, a little calf there to kill, and there's
Now,
a
do they
goat.
have a petting zoo section where you could?
I I think maybe there might be some petting there, but I didn't participate in said
I mean,
petting.
was it open for that?
It
I
looked
mean,
like
there'd be signs all
I
over the place, and you
I
see
don't
all
re
these little kids jumping around
I don't
like
recall.
monkeys.
So there's the kangaroo again.
A
Um,
close up of his butt.
yes, he was showing off his good side there. So I went over and shot the emu some, which there we go. Kind of see the emu. It's moving around,
Yeah.
and so
Well,
at
yeah.
this there's
Completely different. I imagine a completely different soundtrack than the other one.
yeah, this one actually is.
Much more mellow.
So now I moved the cartridge into the other camera that has the aperture that's always opened all the way, and the rest of and I shot a lot of the same things, so I could compare how the two cameras come out. And this may have come out better if I did a test strip and adjusted the developing time, but this came out very washed out. Maybe if I developed this for a lesser amount of time, this could have come out good too. But I just did
Or you mean better?
yeah. Or maybe even better than the first half, or maybe the same as the first half. But
Right. Oh, and
anyways,
back to the
right.
pacing cat.
But this was to compare my two cameras, basically, because they're both the same
Yeah.
model. One works properly, the other one doesn't. But the one that doesn't work properly could possibly be beneficial to expired film by overexposing film that is degraded, which might be a good compensation. But in this
Right.
case, I would have also needed to adjust my developing time. So, anyways, I decided, okay, that was an interesting experiment. Basically, what I would need to do if I wanted to do more Ektachrome color developing is I would need to buy a new E6 kit, and I would need to use it fresh and use it up and not keep it for longer than like 3 to 4 months, because 8 months was way
Right.
too long, and eight
Sure.
months resulted in a blue tinted negative coming out. So the problem is that it doesn't make, I don't shoot a whole lot of movies all at once. So I think what I need to do is I need to use my Ektachrome cartridges here or there. Maybe I'll even buy some new ones and shoot some of those
How
too.
many do you have at this point
Right now I
that
have
are
five.
unshot?
Right now I have 5 expired Ektachrome carts. An
In
E6
your
kit
freezer,
in my fridge.
fridge,
Yeah, I've got
next to
5.
your next to your uranium.
No, no, they're on top of the Polaroid packs, but and next to the grease can. Uranium.
Whatever. Or
So
you have some vintage Canon lenses that used radioactive thorium.
no, I didn't put any of that in there. But so I got those 5, and then also you can still buy Super 8 Ektachrome cartridges that would develop with an E6 kit. So I could buy like another 5 or 10 carts when I buy the E6 kit. Keep the E6 kit the ready. Don't mix it up right away because that'll last for a while. Use up a bunch of Ektachrome film and then develop a bunch of it at once. So that's right now the Ektachrome is back on the back burner. So I decided, you know what? We need to try the Kodachrome again because that beach film that came out awful. The theory is that I had the bleaching step at too high of a temperature, which resulted in the bleach damaging the film, making those dots or having that effect. So I said,
Sure.
well, I gotta try this again with another roll of film and be more controlling of the temperature. And then also another thing I should do is I should do a test strip to take like a few feet of film off the end and dunk it in the tank, hold it there for 2 minutes, dunk it down, hold it there for another 2 minutes, and then drop it into the tank and develop that for another 8 minutes. And that would show me what 8, 10, and 12 minutes look like. So the only problem is to do that, I would need a dark room. So I went out to the store to look for 3 things. 1, the thickest, heaviest duty trash bags I could find. 2, painter's tape that won't damage the paint around the trim of the window. And 3, a good beer to drink while developing Kodachrome film. And that's how I found that they made a beer called Kodachrome. So I bought the 4-pack of that, even though it's an IPA. Yes, Dune and I have already tweeted these people and called these people and told them about this. So that happened. You should, did you see my retweet on that?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I was kind of out of the loop the last few days, just for
You
hey,
still
what
in
the heck?
still in Twitmo?
Unwinding. No. I was just no. Oh no, we're well out of Twitmo now.
You're behaving yourself now. So
That's right. No, I was just taking a break and minimize my time on social
Yep.
media.
Yep, right here, Dune tweeted about what beer is good for developing vintage film. Why, Kodachrome, of course. And there I am holding a can of Kodachrome and holding a box of Kodachrome. And there's a little still from the movie we're going to get to watch. So I took a roll of Kodachrome, and because this is a test, and because this is just shooting stuff around the neighborhood that I don't care about, I pulled the worst-looking box of Kodachrome I could find in my fridge, which was a box that had moisture damage on it, which means this film wasn't stored very well. It expired in 79, and somewhere between 1979 and today, it was someplace damp, which is generally not good for film. So I had so many things working against me there. But that's kind of what this process is figuring out how to best deal with developing bad film, because that's the kinky shit I'm into. So let me go ahead and bring that one up. And the problem is that it came out, but it's very noisy. And obviously the film being stored so poorly could contribute to the film being noisy, or it could be I still don't have my bleaching step very good. So I really don't know if the noisy film is just the best I was going to get out of that cart and I got the developing down right, or if I still don't quite have this developing process fine-tuned and I need to tweak something. But here's what came out. And as you can see, it's very spotty. It's got a bunch of little black squigglies all over it, but it's a picture. One would say, yeah, something went wrong there, but one might say, damn, expired in 79 and moisture damaged box. It's amazing you got anything out of that. Actually, someone said that this was a pretty cool artistic effect. Of course,
Yeah, actually, it's not that bad.
Yeah, and this is not a
If you
Negative.
didn't have an obviously modern car in there, you'd
Yeah.
say, "Wow, this is an old timey from the 20s or something."
So I was just walking around town here, shooting the parking lot and the shopping center, walking around a little bit. They're kind of an
Now, which camera
overpass.
is this? The good one or the not so good one?
Well, it's the one that's good for this film, which is the not so good one. It's the one with the broken light sensor that is set to set the aperture always open all the way, which is probably for the best with this type of
Yeah,
film.
actually, it's really not that bad.
Yeah. Um,
I mean, you can't make out details,
right.
but this is the effect that you're going for.
Well,
And
actually,
I'm sorry, how old was this film? Oh, this was from '79. You said
the film expired,
prior.
processed by 1979, so probably 76, 77.
Right.
Maybe they give you 2 years. So here I'm at the train
You've got a
station.
little bit of bubbling there for some reason.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's. You know what I want to do, and I'm kind of kicking myself for not doing. I want to do another one of these tests, and I want to develop half the cart at a time, and I want to do half the cart with this process and half the cart with a simple negative processing, and scan it in and invert it, and then compare the two to see if that makes a difference or not. Because if I could get better results
Yeah.
just doing a
Yeah,
simple
yeah, yeah,
negative development. So here's the Accelera Express coming
yeah.
through,
Woo!
and there it
900
goes.
miles an hour. Holy
Yeah.
crap.
So I timed that pretty good. I didn't think I was going to catch any trains. I didn't check any schedules. I just walked down there hoping to find something. And
Good thing you didn't step out onto the track.
I wasn't going to do that. So, anyways.
By the way, everywhere in the United States, that would be breaking. I mean, that would be trespassing.
Yeah, that would be. That absolutely would be.
A friend of mine is a railroad guy, and he said when some guy gets hit by a train, that is a very traumatic event, for the engineer.
Yeah, it would be.
Because he watches that happen, there's nothing he can do.
Hmm. So that's that movie. So that's where I've come to in my attempt to develop, and that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Now
That's
the thing
cool.
is I scanned it in and I did tweak the contrast on that, so I can, since that was a reversal development, I could take that reel and project it, and I haven't had the opportunity yet to set up the screen and projector and actually project it, but it's probably going to be a little more washed out than what you saw here, because what you saw here was some contrast adjustments to bring out the picture a little better.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool.
But
so, Sparky, how many Fritos?
Fritos, Fruit Loops, and
Fritos are we up
Fritos.
to? I had a bag of Fritos last night on the way home. We went out to the beach house.
Now, what's your
and
opinion
came
on
back yesterday.
Fritos and onion dip? Do they go together or do they not go together?
I haven't tried it.
Because I think they go together great, but the only reason I tried it was because Fritos, you could buy those scoops, and
Right.
I love onion dip, but I hate getting a bag of chips and like a third of the way into the bag you stop finding chips that are big enough to conveniently dip, and not to mention they're cracking, they're breaking, and you're getting bits of the chip in the dip. And
Well, what chips do you get?
I've tried Ruffles. I've tried the generic brands. I've tried the store brand. I've tried the Lay's. I've tried to get laid.
Yeah,
in
Ruffles.
onion dip.
Ruffles should be
and-
better than. Yeah,
With
that's
the
what we use is an onion dip with the Ruffles.
Well, the problem is even
That's
if
a
you
little
go-
stronger than the regular Lay's. The Lay's are very thin and they'll just break apart.
but you still get a bunch of like more than half of that bag are chips that are too small to conveniently dip. So you shuffle through, you pull out all your big chips, you eat them up, and then you got like
So
a bag of
here's-
crummy crumbs that you can't
So
dip.
here's what you do.
Hmm.
You take a few of the large chips, scoop out some, set those on a plate, and then you take the little crumby things and put it on the larger chips into the dip. You see, and then you just eat that, shall we say, dip sandwich.
I don't got time to think about this shit while I'm getting stoned.
Just
What the
do
heck
it.
Are you
Just do it. Hey, like, oh man, I'm gonna have a dip sandwich, man, because I'm a big dip.
No, no. What here is what I found. The secret is to chips and dip, it's real simple. It's the Fritos scoops.
Yeah. Oh
That
yeah.
that
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
so this is
I
where
don't have
I
an
was
argument with
like,
that, but sometimes you just have to go with what you can. You know, a lot of times you'd stop at a convenience store when you're buying gas and you go, crap,
Dune
they don't
writes in.
have what I want, so I'm going to have to look at the best second deal. In
Dune writes
fact,
in.
I actually bought some Fritos dips, scoops when I didn't have dips. Like, well, that'll work. I'd
Dune
rather
writes
have
in. Oh
regular.
gosh, are we talking chip to dip ratio? No, 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 no. Yes, 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 yes. Well, it's not even ratio. It's just chips that dip. Because when you get to the crumbs,
That's right.
you're getting dip all over your fingers, or you're trying to. It becomes a more annoying experience trying to dip chips. Whereas these, you get a scoop with every chip, and this is the simplest, easiest way to enjoy onion
Now,
dip.
is it better to enjoy chips without being high or the reverse?
They're both great. It's all pretty good. Now, Dune
Okay.
says that his trick is Pringles, 4 thick.
That's right.
I never thought of dipping Pringles.
Composite potatoes.
But who buys plain Pringles?
I it's been a
You,
while since I
I
bought
guess you buy them for
Pringles.
dipping. See, that's why I never thought of dipping a
Yeah.
Pringle, because I never thought of buying an original
Actually,
Pringle,
one set of
because I have
ads
so many
Pringles was
varieties.
doing is they go, okay, so you buy the plain, you buy the cheese or whatever it is, and then buy the bacon flavor or whatever it is,
Right.
and you layer them together and eat them as a stack of the different flavors.
Now, Sparky Toaster writes in, being high makes you want the chips, Brian.
Yes.
Yes. So we need to talk about the afterlife, because I had an interesting
On The
experience
Sims, The
on The
Sims
Sims.
Afterlife.
So I was playing The Sims
See,
4.
there is discontinue life on Grand Theft Auto
There
because
is.
you come back.
So I was playing The Sims 4, and I created a family on The Sims 4 a while ago, and I created a Johnny Gators character, and I created him as a young adult, because that's generally, and they helped me build him, and there was like a process that they walked me through creating the character rather than having me just make the choices and create the character. I think it was like an introduction mode, and so they made him already have a job as a chef with aspirations to be a master chef. And so I kind of followed that and went with it. So I had my young adult Johnny Gators, who's learning to cook, learning to mix drinks, and he met
Cool.
a woman that already existed in the world named Liberty, and he settled down with her, and they got married, and they had 4 kids. Natalie, Janet. Janet's a little crazy. She's pursued a criminal career, and
Oh no,
and Bianca and
not law
Palmer.
enforcement, but on the other side.
Right.
See, you can't have law enforcement without the criminal side of it. Right?
Now, there are some people out there that I'll say, their kids' names are Natalie, Janet. Janet's a little crazy. She's pursued a criminal career. There's at least 2 people somewhere in the world that would laugh at that, although those 2 people live in this house. So, no, because anyways, Janet from another planet. Anyways, so they had the 4 kids, and after having 4 kids, Gators turned into an old man. Now, his wife, Liberty, is an adult. She's approaching elderly. So she hasn't turned into an old lady yet, but she's going to soon. And he kept on talking about being stressed out from his job. So I decided, well, we got to take them on vacation. Now, here's another problem that I have with The Sims. When someone turns into an elder in The Sims, they suddenly get bad at sex.
Oh, that might be too close to reality.
That... Wow, did you say that out loud?
Although rumor has it that John D. Rockefeller had his expiring heart attack, shall we say, while he was in the saddle.
Well, that's another thing that happens in The Sims. And here I think we reached a point where this is better as a demonstration than as
You're going to
audio.
demonstrate it?
I'm going to demonstrate how to. I'm going to demonstrate death by snoo snoo live right here on the show. We're gonna
Holy mackerel.
I have created an elderly couple specifically for this purpose. I have created this elderly couple specifically to just have a bunch of sex until they die. That is what I created them for. Talk about playing God. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and share my Sims screen here, and
Yeah.
like I said, this game gets weird.
It does.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed.
So here's my elderly couple I've created, and moved them into a house. And so this here is what's this guy's name? This is Chester Gators and his wife Madeline Gators. And Chester Gators likes to spontaneously shower in the rain. I don't know why he keeps doing this. I've never seen any other sim do this, but this is a thing he does. So let's go ahead and
Is he naked? Naked?
Yes, yeah, that's how
Oh
he
my
showers in the
gosh.
rain.
Are we going to have some content violation here?
Well, no, because he's blurred out, so it's all good.
Oh, okay.
All right, so here we go. He's going to go ask the missus if she'd like to go for a romp in the sack, and she's going to say yes. And this is how married life in old age works, I guess, according to The Sims. And this is not. I don't know how many times we're going to have to do this. So just bear with me here as I explain this experiment. So they're going to go under the covers and do what comes naturally to them under the covers.
Do shake a bomb.
What's that?
Shake a bomb.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do. And, there's some motion and some movement and some floating hearts that disappear up in the ether, and sound effects. But any rockets this time? Well, he's happy. He's happy because he's well cared for. Oh, and now the finish.
Fireworks. Holy crap.
Now the problem is that an elder, if you have them too strenuous of an activity, they get dangerously tired, and if you overwork them in that state, they might die. So I don't know if this happened, but my Johnny Gators character, every time he had sex, it was unsatisfactory, and he got tired. Now look at this. The two of them are left feeling satisfied from that sex. And so now they're in a happy mood. That's what normally happens. That's what's supposed to happen. But when they get older, that stops happening. So it's Talk Like a Pirate Day, so it's changed all my prompts to pirate-themed things. That's why this happened.
I thought that was September.
Well, it's September in the game. So instead of saying woo-hoo with them, it says heave-ho with them. Because I guess heave-ho is pirate for sex. I thought heave-ho was pirate for throw them overboard. But I guess...
or something overboard.
Yeah. Give him the heave-ho. But so he's going to give her a good heave-ho in the bed there. And I think this time we're going to get them stressed out. And they're going to start complaining about the quality of the sex. So now she's uncomfortable because she's unsatisfied from mediocre woohooing. That woohoo wasn't satisfactory. Improvement is needed. And he is also unsatisfied. Although these two elders aren't getting overwork and exert. Oh, here we go. She is dangerously tired from strenuous activity. So now if I push her, she might die from woohooing because of how stressed out she is now. So this might be where we see the death by snoo snoo. So, anyways, the point is, I was playing my game, and every time I had old man Gators have sex with his wife Liberty, he was always being left unsatisfied from mediocre woohooing instead of being in a good mood. And it was happening every damn time. And it was frustrating to me that, my character turns old and all of a sudden he starts sucking at sex. And not in the good kind of way. And, oh, she didn't die. She just went to wash her hands after that. All right, let's do it again. Oh, this time they're both very. We might kill them both. All right. Hopefully, there's no Fruit Loops being counted yet. Did she just roar? I think she just roared.
I couldn't hear it. It's very soft.
So this is how to get kicked off of Twitch playing The Sims. This is the most boring. This is like this is the high school way to play this. Or no, even more immature than that, I think. How immature is it that I'm just making them fuck over and over and over again? Uh-oh. Here we go. So this is what happens if you have too much sex. Is she's checking her pulse and it's not quite there. And
oops.
Here comes the Reaper. Don't fear the Reaper. Anyways, Johnny here is pretty chill, but now he's going to notice and get very sad. And so now he's going to plead for Marilyn's life. Actually, we don't want to do that. But you have a chance of pleading for her life, and the Reaper might spare her or might not. And if he doesn't spare her, then he does what he's going to do here. So now Death here has got a tight schedule there. He's got his phone or his tablet there. Johnny here is now in a bad... No, not Johnny. Chester here is in a bad mood because his loved one has died. And Reaper here is making sure he's got all the paperwork in order. And... okay, that's enough of that. Could you go do something else? Maybe go watch a cooking channel or something. So now she has become a urn. And what you could do with the urn is you can set it to strengthen connection to the physical world. And if you do that, that means the person might come back as a ghost from time to time. Whereas if you release the spirits in the netherworld, it basically deletes the person's character information and they're gone for good. So now she might come back as a ghost from time to time. So now I'm going to put this on fast forward and just kind of watch what happens and wait for her to show up as a ghost. Oh, also Death sticks around and roots through your house and does some things. Usually I like to take the opportunity to get mad at Death and get in a fight with him and throw some punches. But I forgot to do that this time. Anyways, so that's Death by Snoo Snoo. Any questions, Brian?
Yeah, seems pretty straightforward.
Okay, so that's kind of what happened to me. But what happened to me is that Natalie, the oldest daughter in the family, became an adult and I moved her out. And one of the key differences between The Sims 2 and The Sims 4 is that in The Sims 4, time continues moving for all the properties while you play. Whereas in The Sims 2, time stands still on places that you don't play when you play somewhere else. So I was playing as Natalie, and I had her married, and I had them adopt a child. So I made a grandchild for Johnny Gators, and I'm starting their careers, and I'm building up that family. And all of a sudden, I noticed that there was a problem with the game. So I saved it, and I closed out, and I reopened the game. And then I noticed all three of the characters were moping around and very sad because a loved one had died. And I'm like, oh, shit, who died?
Oh, Sparky is opening up the Fruit Loops box.
And what happened is that at some point, Liberty called Natalie and asked, hey, do you think we should have another child? And I was like, dude, I'll just say yes. So I said yes. And as a result of that, I think off camera, Liberty overexerted Old Man Gators and killed him with sex. And so then I'm like, I didn't want my Johnny character to die yet. I wanted him to be a grandfather and have lots of grandkids. So now I had to figure out how to fix this. So the first thing I had to do was I had to get him to come back as a ghost. And that's when I found out how stupid that is in this world. Because we'll just keep fast forwarding here. You can't control when it happens, but eventually she's going to emerge from the urn and take a ghostly form and be just like her old self, but as a ghost. So I'm really just fast forwarding, waiting for the ghost to appear. But what I thought was the dumbest thing about all this is when Johnny Gators appeared as a ghost, the first thing he did was he had to go relieve himself using the bathroom. So you may not have a physical form, but you still got to drop a shit in the toilet. So I don't know what's up with that.
What's the advantage?
Exactly. And then the other thing that was funny was that since Johnny Gators' character as a ghost still had all the same desires and wants and fears and everything that he had as a human, all of a sudden he expressed a desire to discuss his fear of death. Because that's a thing that Sims do. So even as a ghost, Johnny Gators still had a fear of death that he wanted to talk about. And I'm like, what the hell kind of horseshit is this? You're dead. Been there, done that. What do you mean you fear death? So basically having the ghost character is having him be exactly the same as the alive character, but looking like a ghost and see-through. So hopefully we'll get a ghost to show up on screen here before Sparky continues opening the bag in the Fruit Loops box. And Brian wants to know if you're going to be sharing. Did you bring enough for the whole class?
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a few days, and I mean game days, not literal days. Hang on, Sparky. We're going to be sitting here for 3 days back to back waiting for this.
That's right.
But he's doing a lot of moping around right now. I'm just fast forwarding him and letting him go through his course of his day and take care of himself because I'm just waiting for a ghost to appear so I could show you the dumb shit that this does. Anyways, once again, this was more interesting when I played it during the week than telling the story now. Wait, what's going on? Is there a fire? Oh no, the fridge is broken. Everything's gone to crap. Fridge is broken. The sink is leaking. Everything's a mess here. And he's just going to... And now he's talking to himself. All right. Well, I probably should have made the ghost appear and saved it at that state. I should have had some prepared save states. See, this is why the best Sims content is people that record a whole bunch of stuff and then they edit it down and condense it. That's really... So yeah. I think... My apologies to the Fruit Loops that are now being consumed one by one.
But most people that are streaming these type of things, they're just doing it live. They're not editing anything, right?
What's that?
But most people that would be streaming that would be doing it live, and so there's no editing, unless they're joking about editing in post.
I think most content creators these days are, especially on YouTube, most YouTube content creators are producing content. They're not streaming it live. They record, they edit,
okay.
They post it. That's I guess. Yeah, Twitch and YouTube are really two different worlds, even though we're streaming to both of them. Because YouTube supports live, but that's not what people go to YouTube for generally.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, no.
Although some videos you look at, you see that there are no cuts in the guy's little spiel. You know, whatever topic he does, he just gets on and starts yammering on.
Some people do that, but some of
Oh,
them.
I watch a lot of stuff that's just yammer on for 20 minutes. Come on, man. Let's go to the short thing.
Well, some of my regulars are, there are a lot of channels that will do tech related things that they'll talk about it, like 8-bit guy. He'll get in a donation of a piece of equipment and he'll do a little montage showing the steps he went through to clean it up and restore it, and go over how it works and things like that. Or sometimes they'll have to do 2 separate videos, one video about the restoration and then another video about the product. And it's well put together, well edited material.
Yeah. I mean, that happens, sure. Right. I mean,
and I think that's what's mostly successful on YouTube is that type of material.
Sure. That'll get you the 1 million followers or whatever.
Right.
And monetization and whatever.
Yeah. Man,
but who cares about monetization, right?
Yeah, no, I don't care about that. But I guess what the point is Sims does not lend itself very well to live streaming because there's a lot of slow time, there's a lot of downtime, there's a lot of trying to make something happen. There's a lot of this. He needs to pay his bills.
Oh, damn. Deadbeat?
Okay. I think last time, shortly after the bills came, is when the ghost appeared. Because I tested this before the show to see that I could kill one of them with sex and then have him come back as a ghost. And it worked. Dude, take a fucking shower. What the hell's your problem? Dude don't know how to take care of himself. Let's see. Maybe
he's old, right?
He should have experience. So we're waiting to see that ghost come out of that urn. And Chester is just not a happy sim. He yawns. He complains that he's tired. He goes and reads a book. He's his own worst nightmare. Dude, you need to shit. Go use the fucking toilet, you idiot. My God, this guy, he's an idiot. He's an absolute idiot. You need another shower. You need to fucking get a good night's sleep. Got to get him ready for the return of his wife as a ghost. Oh, there it is. There it is. She's back. And you can just interact with her just like a human. So let's invite her to stay the night. Now, here's a question I really want to find out.
Can you do it with her?
Can I get him to die having too much sex with the ghost? Although it's not giving me the chance to... oh, here we go. And the thing is that the ghost will appear, the ghost will go away eventually, but if you get friendly enough with the ghost, which is easy to do if you have a romantic connection with the ghost from previously being married to her, you can invite the ghost to stay and live in the household and move in and stay permanently. Okay, let's see if she accepts the woohoo. Oh, come on. Ask her. Why didn't you ask her? What the heck is this control doing? There we go. Come on. Come on. Go. Go ask her before she leaves. Well, she's staying the night, I guess. So here we go. Ghosts can still have sex with humans. Well, he needed to boost his fun meter, so at least we've got that going for the poor guy. So, does Death with a Ghost get the Fruit Loops box put away, or? And speaking of Fruit Loops boxes, And speaking of sex with ghosts,
Mars.
we have Mars in the room.
Hi.
Hi. How's
Just
it going?
in time.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I got a Frosted Flakes commercial. There's many flavors, apparently. That's what I know. Many
Yeah.
flavors of Frosted Flakes.
There are
There's
many
actually,
flavors.
and there's many flavors of Cheerios. So yeah.
Well, Fruit
that's-
Loops are just upgraded Cheerios, I gotta tell you.
They are. And I think every Fruit Loop is the same flavor no matter what color it is, but that's
Uh,
okay.
I don't know about that. I don't agree with you.
Say, Sparky, are you aware of that?
It's just like it's like all M&Ms. They have different flavors. You just don't know it. The green and blue are better than the red and the brown.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess someone ought to sort a box of Fruit Loops out by the colors, and then each color by itself, like put each color in their own bowl, and then eat them separately to compare them. That's what Sparky Toaster can do while we're having sex with ghosts.
Oh.
Woohoo.
But okay.
You know, I realize a flaw to this plan.
You know you're gonna make a mess everywhere,
gonna-
right?
I'm going to turn him into a ghost now, and I haven't invited her to rejoin the house yet. So now I don't have a way. I was going to try to make it a household with two ghosts living here, but I'm going to lose control of both of them before I could regain. I did this too soon. I messed this up. Oh, wait, this went good. Maybe he won't die. Let's see. Hopefully he survives. Yeah, he survived. Okay. Good. But now I should be able to invite her to join the household. And then I can kill him with too much sex. And then make him a ghost. And then we'll have them just be a ghost couple living the happy ghost life. All right, so let's wake her up and see if I can invite her to join the house.
Huh.
He needs
Ghosts
a shower.
have to sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian.
Yeah.
Happy International Cat Day to you, sir.
Oh,
Yeah,
happy
thanks.
International Cat Day.
Apparently, there's a game on YouTube on Google, but I haven't found it. You're supposed to click on the paw, and you can play a game.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and Olivia Newton-John died today. I was very sad about this.
Yeah, that was sad news.
I was
heard about
very
that.
sad about
Yeah.
this. I might need to watch Xanadu later. I don't know if I'm actually gonna do that, but
Oh, I need to be better friends with Madeline. I was only married to her.
it doesn't mean you're good friends. It just means you married her. You know how Sim is.
Yeah, they won't let. Well, the problem is I created them as a married couple, so I don't have that actual years of real experience that I played and built up.
Oh. You didn't even Tinder it, man. You just kind of said, yo, you're married.
Oh, you're mean. Not you, the Sim. The Sim just
Well, yeah.
scared her. It did like a.
Wow.
So I need to basically make them be friends enough that he can invite her to stay in the house, and then I can have him overexert himself having too much sex. He'll die, and then they'll both be ghosts.
Can't
The
you just get run over by a car or something?
Well, I could if I had an add-on that let you build pools. I could build a pool and block him in the pool, and then he'll drown.
You can block him in the bathroom.
I could delete the fridge and wait for him to starve.
Oh, that's just cruel.
That would be cruel.
If you lock him in a room with the stove.
So,
Make it-
anyways, yeah. Anyways, like I said, what happened to my game was my Johnny Gators character died as an elder after Liberty decided to have one more child. And the sad thing is that it worked, because I come back into the house, Gators is an urn, and Liberty is pregnant. So
Damn.
they died making a child. And so I was like, shit, we gotta bring him back to life. We gotta do this. So
Can you do that?
yes, you can bring
How
us
do you
in.
bring people back to life? Will you do seances or?
Well, once the sim has joined your house as a ghost can become a human again if they eat ambrosia.
Oh,
Where do you get ambrosia?
the stuff for
Well-
the gods. Okay.
Well, first of all, there are 3 ingredients that you need to make ambrosia.
Aren't there
One,
cherries involved.
no, not in this recipe. The first ingredient is angelfish, which you have to catch by going fishing until you catch an angelfish, which appear in certain areas. It's not that hard to catch an angelfish.
That seems like very light food, though. They're
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So angelfish. The second
Tartar
is that
sauce.
the second ingredient is over here in the reward store that you can buy with satisfaction points that you build up. And over here in the reward store for $1,500 is a potion of youth. And what the potion of youth normally does is reset your sim to the beginning of the stage of life that they're at. So if I have an elder take the potion of youth, it sets them like they're on day 1 of being an elder. Or if I have because sims will stay in a certain stage of life for a certain number of days before they go on to the next one. But if you have a potion of youth and an angelfish and a death flower, those 3 ingredients can be used to make ambrosia. But in order for a sim to be able to cook ambrosia, they have to be at the max level 10 of cooking and max level 10 of gourmet cooking, which are 2 separate skills that take a lot of time to build up. Now, here's the thing I didn't know. When I was reading about this, I didn't know that the ghost would be a member of the household when you got to this point of making the dish. So I was like, oh my God, I need a chef that's level 10 to make this. Johnny Gators was a level 10 chef, but he's dead now. So, and then to get a death flower, you have to be a really good gardener that can like merge different fruits to different things. And there's a certain combination of hybriding plants that you end up with the death flower.
Wow.
So you
And,
get
and that would be a guy that would know the Latin words for it.
right. So we'd have to get Nick in on this, but no. So what I did is I cheated Liberty to be a level 10 chef and gourmet chef, and I cheated Liberty to I cheated a death flower into the game because you can cheat that into the game, and I cheated Janet to be really good at fishing and sent her down to the stream to catch fish until an angelfish came in.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can you just cheat your ghost to be alive then?
No, it's not easy to cheat the ghost to be alive. I think you could cheat the ghost to be alive by removing the method of death, but I wasn't entirely sure how he died, and I think they patched that out of the game so that you can't do that anymore or something like that. It's not easy, but through cheats, so here's the thing that was annoying. After I make the ambrosia is when I figure out that I need to get him to join the house as a ghost. And then that's when I figured out, well, I could have had him make the ambrosia because he would have been in the house as a chef. I didn't have to cheat Liberty to a level 10. But whatever. So then he joins the
I have
house.
one other question, Gators. This is a very important question.
Okay.
If you're a ghost, how do you eat?
Very carefully.
Okay. You answer my question.
Well, the real question is how do you shit? Because, like I said, I get Johnny Gators, Old Man Gators, to rejoin the house as a ghost so that I can feed him the ambrosia. And he goes and takes a shit because after doing the pee-pee dance. And then he wants to talk to Liberty about his fear of death. And it's like, you're a fucking ghost. What the hell? Didn't you get over this when you died?
Or
No,
you're
I don't know,
already,
man.
already dead.
I mean, I just want to know if you're like plasma or something. If you eat something, doesn't it just go right through you? I mean, did you see Ghostbusters and Slimer? When you eat something, it just comes right out.
It comes right out. It comes right out.
Right out. Just slimy.
Now, Dune writes in, going back to talking about the different ways we can kill a sim, is that we could have him go pull weeds at a church.
That's right.
Unless you get run over by a rocket car.
Exactly. Exactly.
That probably requires a rocket car.
Well, here's the thing. I might end up killing this sim in a fire because he's not that good at cooking yet. But he managed to make himself a plate of food. He's not very good at cleaning.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So can you die again if you don't eat? If you die twice?
A ghost can't die, but a ghost can have a fear of death.
Well, what happens if you remove the refrigerator and the ghost can't eat?
The ghost won't die. The ghost will be hungry, but the ghost will never starve to death.
Oh.
Oh, what? Oh, that's the parts from when he fixed the fridge. I gave Chester a really deep voice.
I see.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a Barry White.
Yeah, himself a Barry White Chester over there.
Old man, White Barry White. He's a White Barry White.
Oh.
Hey, we don't discriminate.
No, ain't nothing wrong with being a White Barry White. All right, let's see if we can get her to join the house. Come on. Dude, you should have some kind of friendship after being married for all these years. Oh, she disappeared.
Where'd she go?
She went back into her urn.
Oh.
Anyways,
Okay.
really, I just wanted to tell that story, and also I wanted to see what experiments I could do here, but any further experiments are going to be slow and drawn out, unfortunately, because now we got to wait days for
Right.
her to show
Well,
up as
how
a ghost
fast is
again.
the day in sim life?
Well, heck, I could fast forward right now, and it's 8:30 right now. Now it's 8:40. Oh, he went to sleep, so now it's really flying by. So now it's 10 o'clock. Now it's 10:30 about in the morning.
Oh,
And
see, that was an easy day.
yeah.
You got a good 8 hours. That's good.
Well, no, that was a hour. So let's throw all these things away. This guy don't know how to fucking take care of himself. He does the pee-pee dance, but he doesn't think to go use the toilet on his own right
You
away.
can just go wherever, right?
He could.
Yeah, actually, put a bush in the backyard.
Well, he does
Yeah.
like to shower outside naked, so that's not a.
What have you been teaching your Sims gators? Why is he showering outside butt naked?
I didn't
Why?
teach him that. It just happened. I don't know why. He's got some sort of a eccentric characteristic that was created. I just rolled the dice on those settings and let what happened happen.
Okay.
But now it's the afternoon, and now he's sleeping some
The
more.
day's flying by.
Yeah,
Really?
but he's still really uncomfortable. Oh, he's uncomfortable because it's hot. You could buy air conditioning in The Sims.
Oh, does it cost you money?
Yeah, it increases your bills to use the thermostat to make the house cool or warm.
like in real
different
life.
Seasons. Yeah.
Wow.
There's a lot of things like real life, you
Can't,
know.
you can't like hook an extension cord to your neighbor's house or something.
No, they don't have that. It's not that real, but they have
What you should
thermostats.
do,
They have
what
bills.
you should do is move him to the beach house, and then he doesn't need air conditioning.
Yeah. They have, but it's like real life. You got thermostats, you got bills, you got death, you got
Oh.
death by having too much sex, you have sex with ghosts, you have making ambrosia to bring people back to life. It's just like real life.
Can you have him pull weeds at a church?
Maybe. I mean, you can have them garden, and you could build a building that looks like a church. So, yeah, I could totally build a situation where a sim looks like it's pulling weeds at a church. I could do that. I'd have to build a church and all that, and that'd be really boring to watch. That would really be Fruit Loop counting material. So, Mars, how have you been?
Alive.
Yay!
That's good.
Yeah, I'm alive. I've not died from having too much stuff. No, I'm good. Trying to think. Have I done anything since the last show? I don't think I've done anything. I've been sitting here doing nothing. So,
Yeah.
exciting.
It is, you know. Well, nothing is exciting, especially, and have a chance to relax in the summer. Just chillax a bit.
So we went to the beach house.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And I didn't even bring a computer with me. I brought
What?
an iPad and a phone, but
Oh, that's
that's
a
it.
computer. It's fine.
And I just played the game, my standard games on the iPad. That's it.
Oh.
Kind of keep up with emails just in case something
Oh,
happens.
I'm sorry. I don't. When I'm gone, I don't check anything. Sometimes Twitter, but barely ever. Yeah.
I know people that won't put an email app on their phone.
Your phone comes with an email app.
But I mean, they won't. I should say they won't use it.
They won't set it up.
Oh, I haven't set it up on.
Well, my grandmother taped a index card to the back of her phone where like the 5 important phone numbers she needed were written down.
Because she didn't know how to use the contact list.
She just had the numbers written down. That's just how she did things. That is a funny little thing. And then if she ever called you on it, and then you hung up, and immediately after hanging up you realized you wanted to tell her one last thing, you would never get her by calling her back because she already turned it off.
Wow.
Oh. Oh.
Nice.
I'm gonna send the police because I think you're dead.
That is how to use a cell phone right there.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
It's almost as good as a no phone.
But you know what? At least she probably
Does she have a
remembered
landline though?
Yeah, she probably remembered her phone numbers though.
Oh yeah, she still had the landline with the
Yeah.
the answering machine that she would check, and that's still what people would call her on most of the time, probably.
Well, at least she has a cell phone. I know some that don't. So.
It's funny. I went to visit when I went to visit my grandfather in Florida. He gave me his phone number to call when I got there to let him know, his schedule, whatever, where we were, what's going on. And I give him a call, and I'm like, well, we're still trying to figure out the rental car because there's like a shuttle, and it's running late, and it's this place, and that, and the other. And he goes, oh, okay. And he's like, oh, I guess I could give you the cell number. Because he didn't even think of that naturally. He just gave me the landline number. And then he's like,
dang, it's storming.
Yeah.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah. I think he's going to go for another shower.
Oh my god, he's going to get hit. Hey, maybe he's struck by lightning.
Maybe.
See, look, you hear that lightning? It's going to hit him.
He's out playing in the rain. He's not showering in the rain. Oh, here we go. Shower in the rain.
Just get hit by lightning, then you're a ghost.
All right, let's see if we can do this. Of course, I need someone else in the house to actually invite him. All right, he's showering in the rain in the thunderstorm. This is.
Wow. Does he have soap?
Yes, he's lathering himself up with something.
How do you get soap?
I don't know. Maybe he carries it in his butt.
Does he have like a soap dish on the outside?
I was going to say, yeah, in his pocket. What pocket?
You put the little soap dish and attach it to the outside of the house?
There you go. Something like that.
Wow. You think Madison showered outside in the rain?
I think so.
I wondered. He didn't have running water, so...
He ran inside?
No, he didn't.
No.
Did he have any... Well, he had access to drinking water. I know the plumbing was off in most of the house, but I think he had one form of water somewhere.
Yeah, do you remember what it was? I'll tell you if you don't remember.
Did he have a hose?
He had a hose from the next door neighbors.
Yeah.
See, I thought it was just some of the pipes are bad, but if he cut those off or turned off access to those, he probably should have been able to get some.
Yeah. Oh.
Huh.
I see.
So yeah, that's right. He had a hose, which I guess would give him access to some water to wash his face and under the pits and whatever. I'm sure he had methods of hygiene.
Yeah, they put like a power washer on that thing and spray him down, honestly, but.
I don't know. When I went to visit him, he wasn't stinky.
Well, he had water then, didn't he? Oh wait, you could use the potty then, huh?
No, I couldn't use the potty.
You couldn't use the Folgers can. I'm sorry.
That's when I found out how long I can hold it, because I was like, I gotta go.
Why did you pee outside on the bush?
It was raining.
Didn't bother some guy there. I wouldn't care if it was raining. I still would have gone. I'm like, dude, I don't care. I get wet. I gotta pee.
I was
sorry,
like, dude. I'll go at Damon's place. Whatever.
What?
I'm visiting.
You didn't find it? You didn't find a McDonald's?
I was able to hold it.
Oh, by the way, in your area, Johnny, are they converting the McDonald's to a kiosk?
What do you mean by a kiosk?
You go up instead of to the counter, you go to the screen and you put in your order.
That they've been doing that for years.
Yeah.
Because they're actually rolling those out now in California.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the staff don't know how to work it. Like, you got to change the paper in there because the order number is on that piece of paper. I don't know what my order number is.
Hey, Brian, you know how to fix
and
that?
then also you type in a number for the card to put on the table so they deliver it.
Right.
They don't have any cards out, so you make up a number because you're stuck at that place.
Yeah.
And then they don't even deliver the order.
See, I have
they
not
call out the number.
I have not eaten inside of a McDonald's in a long time, but I know when they first started rolling them out, which was pre-COVID, which was years ago, that the kiosk was working. They had the number placards there that you pulled one out and put the number in there, so it was all working right when I used it.
And the people and the staff knew how to use it, correct?
There was actually a person there that was just standing there to walk customers through the process to try to train them on
see, that's actually decent.
Yeah.
Because you'll see, they'll have a single pay station at front, and some people bypass the kiosk and go there and put their order there.
Mind you, they've had them in San Francisco for even longer, because I know when I went out last time I went out to San Francisco.
Well, I'm talking about places like Gonzales. They're just getting it. Down in Santa Maria, they're just getting it.
Okay.
Some of the other places. In fact, my area, I think they're just getting it. Actually, I haven't been in mine.
Because I know I used one of those in San Fran, and that was some years ago I was out there.
Oh, and the drive-thru is saying, use your app. Why? You don't want to man the person at this box?
Oh. I'm going to tell you what I do.
I don't get it.
Brian, this is what I do. I open an app on my phone and they deliver it to my door. That's what I do.
Yeah, but you pay extra for that.
Yeah, I just order twice as much. It'll last me a couple days. It's fine.
Our ghost is
cold
back.
Hamburgers?
Yeah.
Cold fries?
Dude, McDonald's hamburgers are never perfect anyway.
Barf.
Nah, I just
Barf.
It's okay. In fact, I usually don't order McDonald's. If I do that, I order something a little better. Nations is way better. Or there's a bunch of burger places. Yeah, there's a bunch of burger. I want to try one.
You know what? Now, do you heat it up in a microwave?
No. I have a convection oven I stick it in.
Do you remove stuff like lettuce and pickles so that they're not boiling?
I don't put lettuce on it, and I don't care about the pickles. I don't put lettuce on my stuff. I don't want salad on my burger.
That's what I hate. You go to Burger King, and before they send it out the door, they'll zap it in the microwave for some time, and my lettuce is boiling. What the fuck?
Oh, that's no good.
No, and I don't have an In-N-Out close enough to deliver, so I don't go to In-N-Out, which is a shame. But there are a lot of burger places around here I didn't know existed.
In-N-Out near your area? Damn.
They don't. They don't.
There'd be one. It'd be down the street a ways, wouldn't it? But
they don't deliver. DoorDash or anything else doesn't get it from there. It's too far.
Oh.
Usually I do.
Because it's over by that Walmart down by.
Yeah. I usually do Nations and get a pie with that, or.
Nations is good.
Nations is good.
To me, In-N-Out Burger is way overrated.
Yeah. I love In-N-Out. Don't get me wrong. I love my In-N-Out.
It's like Coors beer used to be.
Yeah, In-N-Out's good.
Coors was really hot because it wasn't available, to everybody.
There's a bunch of burger places here I want to try. That's on the app, and I'm like, well. There's a bratwurst place,
So is that
too,
little... So there's the little strip center right by Grant Street.
Yeah.
There's a Mexican place in there. And then there's a burger place in there, a little family-owned burger place. Yeah. Is that still there?
I don't know. I haven't been over there in quite a while.
Dang, I'm going to just have to look it up on my app. I'm on Google Maps.
There you go. You can do that. No, there's some really good places around here I just want to try. You know, they have some pretty somehow.
Sure.
There was a burger place that had like 3 stars, and I'm like, or $3 signs, and I'm like, dude, how expensive is a burger? This is like $20 burger. It better be really good. But yeah. Okay.
You know what?
Oh, I love Del Taco, dude. Don't get me wrong. I love their chicken rollers. Their chicken rollers and the little mini quesadillas. The Del Taco is pretty good.
Yeah. In fact, I
Oh.
hadn't been to Del Taco in a long time,
You-
and I went down to Santa Maria. Yeah, it's decent. In fact, like, it's not bad
I'll
at
tell
all.
you something interesting.
What?
No, the funny thing is, dude. The funny thing is, Del Taco has burgers and fries. I won't buy the burgers just because, but I buy their French fries and take them to go. Their French fries are pretty decent.
I haven't tried those. Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty decent price. So, but Gators, did you get the guy to come? Or did you get the guy to come alive yet? Did the lightning shock him alive?
No. Well, the ghost is here. They had sex, but it was bad sex, so now she's in a bad mood. So she's turning down all my advances. So I can't get to a point where I can invite her to join the house.
Wow, Gators, you got to work on that.
Yeah. She's. So now he's all embarrassed because I asked her if she would be a friend with benefits, and she said no because she didn't like the benefits that she just had. So.
Did you have to work on that to get it a 10-day Gators? I don't.
Well, she just agreed to be his girlfriend. Mind you, this is his former wife who died. The marriage is over at death, so they're no longer married. So now I have to ask her to
Oh
be
yeah,
his
till death do
girlfriend
you
again.
part. There you go.
Right. So
Yeah.
even though you can bring a sim back as a ghost, it dissolves the marriage because you might want your sim to be able to pursue other relationships after that death had occurred. It's not just a given that you're gonna bring the ghosts back and have them be a part of the house like always.
Who
Okay,
you
so I'm
get-
ready to report.
You're
Okay,
ready to
what?
report.
Classic
reporting?
Burger, which is the name of the place,
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. I've seen that. That's on DoorDash.
is still open for business. And Papa
you know.
Pancho's Taqueria is
Uh-huh.
still open for business.
I've
Oh,
had
those are
Papa
two
Pancho's.
great places.
Yeah, I've had Papa
Yeah,
Pancho's.
I mean
They're pretty
we would go to both of those places when we were at Tarco.
Oh yeah.
good. It's too far usually to go, but I've been to Papa Pancho's before.
Yeah, no, it's decent.
Yeah, no, that was a Papa Pancho's, and well, Best Burger was better than Classic Burger, but Classic Burger was closer. Uh-oh.
Well, and I mean you were dealing with the owners there, I think.
Did you set something on fire,
At
Gators?
Classic Burger.
Yeah, my sim is on fire and dying now, and the ghost is leaving.
Why did you set your sim on fire, Gators?
He just wanted to make a grilled cheese sandwich.
He's not. What happened to his +10 on gourmet cooking?
No, that's the other dude. That's not this dude.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
he's
ghost went outside. Is what happened.
Oh.
She got the hell out of there, and the fireman came just in time for him to put his pants out.
Well, yeah, I understand. I'd run out of the building too. I'll be like, oh, he's gone. Bye.
But now
I'm a
she's come
ghost. I
back
can't
in.
die again, so I just run outside. Why not? Oh my god.
Well, she came back in and went back to bed, and now he's looking very charred. So I almost had a ghost before I was ready to have a ghost, because then I'd have no
What
one.
if the house caught fire? That wouldn't have. Oh, what's
See-
the question?
Yeah, I need her to join the household before he becomes a ghost.
What if the house catches fire?
Well, the fire will keep spreading until someone puts it out. But since there's a smoke detector, the fire department would come and put it out before it burned the whole place
Oh,
down.
did you have to buy that extra?
No, actually, well, the house came furnished.
Can you break the fire smoke detector so the house?
Oh, I
catches
could
on
delete
fire?
it. I think I could delete it.
So my question is, okay, if the house is gone, oh, it's overheated from friction and caught fire. No, my question is, if the house catches fire and there's no more, where's the ghost stay?
I don't know, but my sim is got a full bladder because the toilet's broken and he doesn't know how to fix it.
Can you just pee in the bushes?
I'm-
Are you allowed?
He's gonna wet his pants and mess his pants if I don't get this fixed quick. So I got him trying to fix the toilet right now.
Oh.
The toilet looks more like a bidet than a toilet at the moment.
Well, that's fine. It'll help clean.
Yeah. Just because the toilet's spraying water out doesn't mean you can't pee in it.
How does that work? Doesn't the water only go in?
Well, not when it's broken. It's backed
Apparently
up.
they got that on reverse or something, because I don't think the water's supposed to do that.
Yeah, they installed the pipe backwards, so now the water's just spraying out instead of going down.
My God.
He is he didn't finish fixing the toilet and he is desperate and he just messed his pants.
Wait, is that Twitch TOS? Is that against it? Are we allowed to show? Are you allowed to show that?
Well, now he's taking a shower to clean up the mess in his pants, and the toilet is still broken.
Why did he go potty in the shower?
That is a very good question. That would be a bit a better option than going.
Because
in his
honestly,
pants.
if my toilet was broken, I couldn't pee in the hole. I would pee in the shower. Just turn it on, go.
Yeah. And it's real convenient because then you could just wash yourself too, so you don't need toilet paper.
Yeah. It's like a
Or
bidet
put
from
your
the
aim.
sky.
Yeah. There you go. Problem solved. So he's let's fast forward this again, and let's repair that.
Oh.
Get the Okay, he's just good. The toilet's fixed. Now let's see if we can invite our
If it's
ghosts.
only that easy.
Of course, now he is in a mood of very embarrassed because he peed himself.
Well, it's okay. He showered. It's fine. He's clean. No one noticed. No one saw, did they?
He's still feeling very embarrassed about that. Oh, she's in a good mood now. Maybe she will disappear on us before we could ask her to stay.
Oh. Bye, lady.
Oh.
Where'd she go?
So, you see, it's not that easy, but you can have a ghost wife. Although, technically, you could have a ghost wife and a real wife because she's no longer your wife.
But
That'd be fun. I need to do that sometime, as I need to have a sim die, have the sim get remarried, and invite the ghost to live there, and have like a throuple situation going on with the ghost.
Oh, by the way, Best Burger is now a JP Soul Tofu House, Korean.
oh,
Wait.
boo.
Classic Burger's still around, but Best Burger's gone?
Yeah.
What's wrong with the world?
It's a
Actually,
tofu house. That sounds.
I think the Best Burger was gone quite a while ago.
It was still
I
there
don't
when
think
I
it's
lived
a
there.
pandemic issue.
Dude,
Oh, man.
rock and roll sushi's been shut down like 9 times. It's still back. Come on.
Well, I'm sorry, what does? What
Rock
is-
and Roll Sushi's been shut down like 9 times, and it keeps coming back as Rock and Roll Sushi. I don't know.
Which sushi place is that?
Rock and Roll Sushi? Remember that place?
I
It was apart from the other place that we went to.
know there were two places we went to, but
Yeah.
neither one of them I recall being called Rock and Roll Sushi.
Yeah, it's one of those 2 places actually. They
Well, there
renamed
was
it,
a place in the grocery shopping center at Omdor.
Yeah.
That was really good. And then there was the place on the main. What's Hesperian? Is
No, the one. Well, there's Naked Fish we went to.
right.
The one in the shopping center I think used to be Rock and Roll Sushi, didn't it?
Oh, okay. So the one in the shopping center in Omdor was
Yeah.
Rock and Roll Sushi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
No,
that place is good.
that was that one was Naked Fish. The one
Fish.
way down in the other area we went to, we got out of the car and walked over to, and you got your Fruit Brute and your other stuff, your other cereals over in that area.
Oh, wait. Why would I got Fruit Brute and stuff at Target? I thought.
Yeah, but over in that area of Target, there's that. Well, never mind.
No, I don't remember that. Huh?
Yeah.
Because
Oh, well.
I remember. I mean, there was a sushi place there, but I thought that had like a Japanese name.
No, I think there was a Rock and Roll Sushi over there,
Hmm.
but I could be wrong.
Okay, yeah.
We went. I know we did.
Okay. Oh,
Uh-huh.
I'm sure we did.
Yeah.
So let's see. John Sparky Toaster writes in, Johnny is just as not good at sex with ghosts. Spontaneous combustion. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Maybe the condom overheated from friction and caught fire.
Oh man.
Now Sparky says Arby's is his favorite fast food.
Their beef and cheddars are pretty good.
Arby's used to be my favorite. I never liked the beef and cheddar because they put that like barbecue sauce on it too. And
all
that
I know
was,
is you eat a beef and cheddar without a napkin, you're gonna have a bad time.
yeah, I guess I could have asked for a beef and cheddar without the other sauce on
Do
it.
you still have an Arby's in your area, Sir Mars?
I'm not sure where it is. It might be on the other side of me. It might be down there.
There was one up by San Leandro, near the.
Oh, okay. There's
but
one
it
over that
was
way.
not
I, know,
mall
I,
there.
I was thinking the other way over near the Burger King near me, but you know, right on the corner by me, they built a brand new Denny's. I'm like, wow, there's like a Denny's within a
New Denny's. Wow.
Yeah, there's like it's not even a quarter block away from me.
A new
Like,
Denny's?
Yeah, the brand new Denny's right there.
They're still making those?
Yes.
That's what I was
What
just
worries
thinking.
me is people are saying it's 24 hours, and I don't know if it should be 24 hours on Hesperian.
I can't recall the last time I ever heard someone say there's not enough Denny's. They need to build a new one of those.
You know what? They did. They did. They did, because I'm sitting there. I'm going out with my sister, and my sister's like, they built a brand new Denny's there.
So you went to Denny's?
No, we did not go to Denny's. What are you talking about?
Okay.
We went to Chick-fil-A. I mean, that's...
I
Yeah.
see. Yeah. No, because as Dune has taught us, no one goes to Denny's. You end up at Denny's.
Well,
I think that's accurate.
Yeah, that's very true. Their
Now,
chicken
Dune
strips
writing-
are pretty good, though.
Dune writes in they have a really good and messy buffalo chicken wrap. And Reuben. Are we talking about Arby's? They have the meats.
I like their triangle potato cake.
Well, they
thing.
do have various renditions of their roast beef.
Right. No, I will say
Brisket and what I don't like is that the RBQ is very seasonal.
what I don't.
In fact, it was in the East Coast. It was a standard part of the menu. Out here, you say barbecue, and they say, "What are you talking about?"
Oh. Well, I know what I liked about Arby's was, Arby's roast beef doesn't taste like roast beef. It tastes like Arby's. And it's still very good, especially if you pile on the horsey sauce.
It can
Which
be
is not
a
real
little.
horseradish sauce.
It can be a little greasy. That's my only objection.
Yeah. But one thing about Arby's, though, is that they had, at least at the time when I would go there all the time, which is back when I was working at Walmart in New Jersey, so that's, quite some time ago. They had the best mozzarella sticks. I'd always go
They
there.
got rid of those.
Oh,
Those are gone. That is so sad. They got rid of those about a year or two ago, and I was so very upset
Really?
about that.
wow!
Yeah.
I have no
Really?
reason to go to an Arby's anymore
Yeah,
now.
they got rid of those.
You know,
I
when
was so upset.
when Arby's has a promotion for a fish burger, it's generally the best fish burger you can get. But it's just a special item. They always have some special item going on. And once in a while they'll have a fish burger, and it's a decent one. Right now they're just starting up for this month, I think, is a fish and chip, basically kind of like fish sticks, but not formed that way. It almost looks like chicken strips.
Fish sticks at Arby's? I don't know about that.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what meat they are. I mean, they would. I think the last time
Meat
I
Mountain?
got a fish sandwich, it was
What is a meat mountain?
like flounder or cod. It was actually very good. Because you go to the fish fillet at McDonald's and you kind of go, "Wow, that was a disappointment."
But I usually don't buy
Well,
fish.
I don't mind a fillet of fish. They're good.
Gators, do you know what a meat mountain
You've
is?
got very low standards. Then again, I haven't
It's-
been to
It's
a
breaded, deep fried fish. What's not to like? With slathered in tartar sauce.
but the fish flavor is very bland.
What about
I don't-
just getting some
I don't-
barbecue
to be
camps and
decent
eating at
fish.
home?
I don't
better.
need my fish to taste like it's fishy. I mean, it tastes like deep fried goodness.
Now, did you grow
With tartar
up
sauce.
with fish on Fridays
No,
as a Catholic?
no,
So that was already gone.
yeah, only during Lent. And
But during Lent you do. That's cool.
Right. Well, no, it's not, because then I can't have sausage or pepperoni on my pizza. And Friday was always pizza night.
Oh.
Yeah, but you're Catholic. You have a fish pizza.
No, we just had pizza.
Couldn't you just hidden your pizza up in your room, got a separate one, and eaten it in your room?
I wasn't allowed to have the meat on Friday. I had to observe. I was a good Catholic boy, you know.
Wow. Yeah, I was I'm going to my room with my pepperoni pizza. Bye. See you guys enjoy that. I'm no.
Although it's funny, what I never realized is that, and it's one of these things where I don't really care about being strict with the rules or whatever, but I've read up on the rules. I think most Catholics got the doing away with fish on Friday wrong. That's not quite exactly what happened. They didn't get rid of it. They just made a change, because the point of the fish on Friday was to offer a weekly sacrifice to make, I guess to contribute towards making right with God and make up for, the bad during the week. So, that was
instead of going to confession.
Well, no, that would not, you would still have to go to confession and still make right with God. But it was a weekly sacrifice. And I think it's a weekly sacrifice because it's on Friday, the day that Jesus died on a Friday.
Yeah.
So it's a weekly sacrifice that you'd make.
Yeah.
And the Vatican ruling was that you no longer had to do the eat fish on Friday. You could offer your own personal sacrifice during the week. But I don't think I ever once in my childhood hear anyone talk about replacing that with my own personal sacrifice during the week. It was just, hey, it's gone. We can have meats on Fridays. That's although it was already gone when I was a kid.
You remember that when you were a kid
No,
that
it was
before you were born.
No, I've only heard of that actually being a thing. No, that was before I was born. But by the time I was only taught about. No one ever told me anything about personal weekly sacrifice in place of that. I just looked that
Fridays up. If it's like grilled salmon.
You know what would be a great sacrifice?
Huh.
Pizza on Thursday.
No, don't take my pizza away.
Pizza on Thursday, meaning no pizza on Thursday.
No, you would have your pizza on Thursday instead of Friday.
How is that a sacrifice?
That's not.
You have the sacrifice on Friday.
Oh, you mean because you have your meatless meal on a Thursday?
No, you have your pizza on Thursday.
Oh, well, I suggested that actually one year. One year I suggested, hey, how about during Lent we move pizza to Thursday so we could get our sausage and pepperoni? The thing was, though, is that the pizza was the convenient meat-free meal, and we weren't really. My mom did not like.
Wait a minute, pizza is meat-free. What you mean? You had meat-free pepperoni?
No, but if you order pizza without meat, it's an easy meat-free meal. And my mom was not. My mom did not eat fish, so that was like the go-to vegetarian option for meat-free Fridays. Was
so? What would you have on a meat-free pizza?
Cheese.
Just a pizza.
A cheese.
No. Pizza is the crust. What else do you have on it?
No, pizza is crust, marinara, mozzarella.
Yeah.
That's a pizza.
So a plain pizza, you're saying?
Right. Plain means default, which means if I say pizza, it's a plain pizza.
To me, a pizza includes pepperoni, period.
Yeah, honestly, that's a plain pizza with pepperoni. That's the sad part, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, no, if you order a plain pizza, you'll get what you said. But when I say pizza, I mean something with pepperoni and maybe some other meats.
But I mean, that was the thing. We didn't have another vegetarian meal. I mean, the only other thing we could do is tuna. Because my mom would eat tuna fish, so maybe whip up a can of tuna fish, put a bed of lettuce on the plate, scoop some of that on there, maybe some mac and cheese on the side.
Tuna fish in a sandwich.
Well, you could have a sandwich. Sometimes when we had it for dinner, we'd just have it a scoop on
slap it on the plate.
Slap it on a leaf of lettuce.
Oh
wow, meatless and breadless, low cal.
Well, we'd have the
carb, I should say.
Well, they'd usually make a side, like a mac and cheese.
I have a question.
Oh, I missed her. She came back as a ghost, and then she disappeared before I could interact with her.
Oh, because you weren't paying attention?
Yeah, well, we're done here. We're gonna save this.
What about lunch? When you got to eat at school, did you sneak pizza at school for the lunch?
You know what? When I went to public school, Friday lunches were always pizza, anyways.
Yeah, see, at least
and that was
right.
rectangle pizza that came in a white box with the vent holes on the side of it.
Yeah.
There was no meat on that, so
already pepperonis on your pizzas?
No, they always had plain. And I think the schools basically just by default accommodated for that by keeping Friday a pizza meat free meal, so that maybe not everyone at school is a Catholic, but if you happen to be Catholic, it's good for everyone.
Of course, back when I was a kid, way long time ago, they would serve fish sticks, and I liked them. I think a lot of people hate fish sticks, but I really liked them with a little tartar sauce. Well,
I remember.
Excellent.
I remember they served. They would serve sometimes for the meal for Passover. They'd actually have on the menu matzah and tuna on the.
My school was not cool with that, man. My elementary school, they just served us normal lunches. You know, it's like pizza. We had pepperoni or a hamburger. We had meatloaf. We had fish sticks. We had standard things.
The dude writes in, your mother, my wife, and I would have been buds. # no fish. No, well, I mean, my mom would eat the white tuna fish, not the darker stuff that's more fishy tasting, and a shrimp cocktail. She wouldn't mind a shrimp cocktail, but that's about it.
Oh.
But
I wouldn't mind a nice a grilled salmon. That's pretty good with a little lemon on it, and some asparagus. Oh, that's so yummy. Yeah. Right there.
But yeah. So, anyways, as we saw, you would think that sex with ghosts would not be Fruit Loops count material, but I don't know if Sparky only opened the box or if he actually counted some, or if we helped any. But yeah, there's just no salvaging streaming about The Sims, I guess.
I see people streaming Sims all the time on Twitch, which is funny.
I don't see how you can make a live stream of that interesting. I don't. You can edit the content to make a good YouTube presentation, but that's about it.
No, they do. They have a plan. They start out making their characters and do their stuff, and it's usually a 6 to 8 hour stream. Of course, I don't watch all that, but
yeah. And their counts are probably about as good as ours then.
Actually, this person gets about, what was the last count I saw? She has like 3,800 people usually watching.
Playing The Sims for 8 hours?
Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah.
Why don't they watch me? But
because you're not a cute girl.
But then again, right. Well, I have been filling out maybe if I shave the beard off.
Right, and have a long-haired blonde wig.
I will
change your name to Joan Gators.
Joni Gators. Yeah, no.
Joni Gators.
Joni Gators. There you go.
No. I don't think.
Do you have a voice processor where you can change the pitch of your voice?
Oh no.
Hi, I'm Joni Gators.
That's disturbing right now. I'm gonna have nightmares. Great.
I think that's already been done.
Don't mind the beard.
Because then I would just sound like Zoe with an American accent, and there's only one Zoe.
Oh man!
Actually,
there is only one Zoe.
Was that a slam, Zoe?
That was not a slam. No, that was not a slam. That was a slam on me. Is what that was.
Okay, all right. We just want to catch that clear.
Although I think Zoe ditched the voice processor though.
Oh, did she?
I think because she streams on Twitch, the World of Tanks, but she doesn't have the voice processor anymore.
Okay, I don't know. I've never watched it
live right now.
But she used to. In fact, I probably have a Zoe clip that we could play of what the voice, because that's what that made me think of when Brian suggested I should use a voice processor. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I wasn't thinking of Zoe, but
No, but that's what using a voice processor for that purpose made me think of, because that's who did that.
Sure.
I gotta find somewhere. I have an old advertisement for Zoe's Bits and Pieces. That's probably the best place I could go to for a. I don't even know where that promo is anymore. I lost my promos.
Well, if you need a copy of the NHB ones and the Wild Bunch, I have a couple, but
no. Well, I got 8-Man and the Cylon promo, so we can.
8-Man was putzing around.
This will buy me time.
When he discovered the remains of a Cylon, he decided to use it to promote PTR radio.
oh,
Okay, let me see if I can get this right. Cylon brain that's connected to the 5-volt output of the power. I think that's... Yes!
Centurion functions online. What is that bidding Imperious leader?
No. That war's long over with. I want you to help me record a new promo for our radio show.
By your command, please define radio show.
It's simple. Every other Monday, Shaggy, Nate, Colin, and I get together and we broadcast comedy online for everyone to enjoy. You understand?
Affirmative. Cylons created this technology used to broadcast entertainment.
No, you didn't, but that's okay. Anyway, the show is called PTR Radio, and people can listen by going to our website, www.ptrradio.com. You with me here, Toaster?
Affirmative. Cylons created toast.
No, you did not create toast. Stop that. Are you going to help me here, or what?
By your command.
Good. Tell people how to listen.
By your command, open your internet browser of choice and navigate to www.ptrradio.com to enjoy this human entertainment powered by Cylon technology.
Would you stop that?
By your command.
You didn't invent these things. The Cylons were created by man, remember?
Negative. Ron Moore has rewritten our history to make it seem that way.
Okay, let's not go there.
By your command. But it is true.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, you stupid toaster, it's not.
Yes, descendant of monkey, it is.
Stupid one red eye going back and forth. I will turn you into spare parts for my Jeep. I swear to God now. Tune in every other Monday by going to www.ptrradio.com. PTR Radio, we have strong feet.
So, I can't find the Zoe promo though. Unfortunately, I don't know.
I did find the one that says "I hate broccoli."
Oh, okay. That's a promo about broccoli.
I don't know. It just says "I hate broccoli." I haven't listened to all these in a long time.
Do it. Try it.
I can't play over this, so we're not playing.
Okay. You could send it to me. Maybe we'll play it next week. I do have a bunch of Hot Summer Sheep promos though, so we could.
If you've ever sat there and just wondered exactly how much dick a Scotsman could suck, tune in to Hot Summer Sheep Monday 11 till 1 GMT on the No Holds Barred Radio Network and get your answer.
That was at Finder's expense. Alright, let's try this one.
If you've ever wondered what it would feel like to be raped by a severed horsecock in a pool full of AIDS, check out Hot Summer Sheep Radio, 11 till 1 GMT on the No Holds Barred Radio Network. 9 out of 10 doctors agree it's the next best thing.
Next best thing. Alright. Anyways, time to raid and toast.
Toast.
And Sparky points out that Brian's female voice sounds like a heavy smoker.
Nice.
That's probably true.
And Sparky just opened the box, not the plastic bag inside the box. He was close, but it didn't happen. Okay, so I found a Sims topic. I found a Sims topic that was just good enough to keep the plastic intact.
Oh.
And although probably what happened is before you could open up the plastic, it burned in the fire.
Oh.
So I think that's the secret. If we start a fire and burn all Sparky Toaster cereal boxes, then we have a sim stream that's good enough that Sparky won't count cereal because he can't. All right, and on that note,
Yeah.
we need to find someone to raid. So we're gonna go ahead and bring up a Twitch window and see who's live right now. And let's see, we got some live channels here. Let's see. Sessions is live. Ray Rachel is live. Lyle is live, but I don't know if Lyle.
Baron the Bard.
Baron the Bard. I don't see that one. Am I following that one?
I don't remember. BERO. I'm sorry. BEREN _THE _BARD.
Oh wait, let me type that again. BEREN
_the _Bard.
Baron the Bard. Okay, I don't know who that is. I'm not following him. Maybe someone else rated him afterwards, or but anyways.
Yeah, but I would have clicked on follow him. I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's probably been a long time.
Okay, well we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna raid him then, since Brian
What the
found
heck?
him.
It's a new one,
Thank you, Brian.
or an old one again.
Yeah, I don't remember this one. Somehow I wasn't. But we have created the raid, and we're gonna go ahead and raid. And thank you all once again. Oh, you know what? We forgot to talk about. What have we learned? I learned how to fuck a ghost. What about you, Brian?
I learned that Johnny has interest in that.
And bars.
I learned I can nap till 6 p.m. and happy International Cat Day.
Happy International Cat Day.
Yay.
Thank you for listening, and good night. All right, and we've raided.
See ya, Sparky. See ya, Doan. See ya. Well, ModPro was in earlier. I think he left.
Yeah.
He did a BRB and then he didn't.
All right, there we go. Well,
There he is. Oh, hi.
all right. Well, good night.
All right. We'll see ya.